All rise.
The government had argued it had the power to begin the Brexit process alone. Today, the highest court in the land told them no.
Today, by a majority of 8-3, the Supreme Court rules that the government cannot trigger Article 50 without an Act of Parliament authorising it to do so.
For those who brought the case, a sweet victory.
Only Parliament can grant rights to the British people, and only Parliament can take them away. No Prime Minister, no government can expect to be unanswerable or unchallenged. Parliament alone is sovereign.
Outside the court, protesters, some happy, some not.
Parliament had a vote as well, so they're now getting 2 votes while we only got 1. They voted to either stay in or come out. Now they're going to go and say what they want to say when they all club together.
The case here at the Supreme Court was never about whether Britain should leave the EU or not. That has been decided by the referendum. But what the judges said was that because Brexit will change certain laws and legal rights, the people in Parliament will have to approve the process.
The government's response, there'll be a straightforward bill within days to allow the triggering of Article 50. But there's a warning too.
Parliament will rightly scrutinise and debate this legislation, but I trust no one will seek to make it a vehicle for attempts to thwart the will of the people or frustrate or delay the process of exit from the European Union.
The Labour leadership says it won't block Article 50, but it will try and amend the bill to influence the terms of Brexit.
We're going to hold them to account. We're going to hold them to account to protect jobs. We're going to hold them to account to make sure British industry does have market access, and we're not going to allow ourselves to become some kind of offshore tax haven. That's not what people voted for.
Many Labour MPs, though, are getting ready to defy their leader and vote against starting the whole Brexit process.
As far as I'm concerned, 75% of my constituents voted to remain, and I am here to represent their views.
Do you see why people would say, well, this is exactly what we would expect, the establishment in the form of MPs trying to frustrate the will of the people?
Well, the will of my people, my constituents, was that they wanted to remain.
There was one win for the government today. Devolved governments such as Scotland don't have to be consulted. This ruling, says the Scottish First Minister, has brought another independence referendum closer.
Be in no doubt, I think the decision is looming for Scotland. Are we prepared to allow our future to be dictated by a Westminster government that's going down a path that I think the majority of people in Scotland do not want to go down, or are we going to take our future into our own hands?
In this square mile of central London today, the court has had its say. Now it's over to Parliament.